First movement and liftoff, the clock is operating. What up, tubers? Bunny here, and welcome back to Geoflight Simulator. So in today's video, I am going to be doing something crazy. Crazy. You see that I'm flying the space shuttle here? Well, I am going to undertake this wild adventure of flying this vehicle full throttle all over the world. Yes. So basically, yes, with the engines at full power, I'm going to fly this shuttle on a path that circumnavigates the globe. So, actually, I am now beginning the first leg of the journey, which will take me on a sprint across the North Atlantic. Um, so my first leg is going from New York City, which I just took off from, JFK Airport down here. And my sprint is going to take me across the Atlantic to London in England, or United Kingdom, I guess. From there, I'm going to head south, and I'm going to fly overhead Cairo, Egypt. From there, I'm going to sail over Mumbai, India, or formerly known as Bombay. From there, it's off to Singapore, where I will then make a northerly turn and head for Tokyo, Japan. Then I will slight right and continue on a path across the North Pacific, where I will eventually make my way to Los Angeles. From there, I am going to sail my way back to New York City. So that's the flight plan. And the challenge for this adventure is that I am going to do this in 80 minutes or less. Around the world in 80 minutes or less. And I get this idea from a book by Jules Verne called Around the World in 80 Days. I won't go into much detail as I don't want to spoil anything for you. Actually, I will just say that briefly that it's about some rich Englishman who decides to take on going around the world in 80 days using the technology available at the time. Which means technically none of these rockets. Like what I am doing here. So basically, this is a wild thing that I am trying to do. No need to ask questions. I acknowledge that very much. However, I have noted while preparing this flight that while I don't, while the orbit, let me try this again. Basically, hang on. Okay, so if you know a thing or two about space travel like I do, you will know that the spacecraft orbiting the Earth at 17,500 miles an hour needs 90 minutes to complete one revolution around the Earth. That I understand. However, this path that I am taking, I have determined that the path is going to be about 22,000 miles. And to accomplish an 80 minutes grand tour around the planet, I need only to have an average speed of about 16,500 miles per hour. The space shuttle has a top speed of 18,000 miles per hour. Oh, we're getting re-entry effects going on here. Probably because I am flying so high. And I imagine I must be going super fast at this point. But, yeah, this is kind of strange. So, yes, the shuttle has a top speed of about 18,000 miles an hour, making it possible to fly to possibly do an 80-minute orbit around the Earth. That shouldn't be a problem at all. One of my biggest problems that I'm noticing is that I'm going to need to make sure that my altitude doesn't exceed 130,000 feet, which is why I'm flying inverted at this point, so that I can start bringing my altitude back down. But yes, so how about this space shuttle that I'm flying here? So yes, this is Space Shuttle Atlantis. You can actually fly this vehicle in GeoFlight Simulator. In the simulator, the shuttle is unrealistically easy to fly. Which means even like towards sea level, I can fly this thing around 1,000 miles an hour like I were flying a ballistic missile. Let me check my path. Where am I right now? Nova Scotia. Okay. Whoa! Yeah, I like barrel rolls. I like barrel rolls. But whoa, okay. Wait, where's my altitude? Oh, okay, yeah, I'm down like beneath 90,000 feet. I can bring my altitude back up. But yeah, so I'm going to be trying to keep these insanely high altitudes just because I want to be able to maintain as high a speed as possible. The less air resistance that I have, the much more likely I am able to achieve very high top speeds. Like I said, I need to average 16,500 miles per hour at least in order to complete this orbit within 80 minutes. But preferably, I probably want to average about 17,000, the typical orbital velocities. So anyway, I think, yeah, I'm really racing my way over Nova Scotia right now. My spaceship seems to be enjoying a tendency to roll a little bit as I go along. Let me apply some very minor trim to the elevator so that I think I have locked my shuttle at this specific altitude, 94,800 feet. So if I just keep hitting the home and end keys on my keyboard, this will actually do very minor adjustments to your aircraft's elevators. It does basically the same function as does the pitching up and down keys. In my particular case, that would be W for pitch down, S for pitch up. But it does it with a lot less sensitivity, making these keys suitable for if you want to still fly your aircraft manually the aid of without the aid of autopilot. But that way you're not trying to fumble around with the elevators and you find yourself bucking up and down like some bucking bronco. So where am I right now? I am flying over Newfoundland right now. So I'm actually going to want to be careful. I don't want to fly too far east, too far of an easterly direction, just because I I I'm trying to take into consideration the curvature of the Earth. You can probably even see it from up here if you look at the screen. You can see the horizon, you can see it's slightly curved. But yes, flying at 94,000 feet, of course, is tricky as all heck. Uh, so actually, it kind of makes me a little nervous as I fly this thing. Okay, we've left the mainland. It is now time to do our merry flight across the North Atlantic. So, okay, we have our heading. Huh. What am I, some sort of pirate or oceanic explorer? Don't forget to drink water even when you're flying Mach 5 and actually, I don't even know how fast I'm going. Like, I can tell the speedometer is telling me that I am going 1100 knots, but I know that that has long since not been the case. I must be going like, I have to imagine that I am going some, like, I imagine I should be going like over 10,000 knots. Maybe I am even going the required 17,500 to maintain orbit. I don't know. Maybe that's why it's so easy for me right now to keep the spaceship's nose at the proper pitch so that I don't go down too much or go up too much. But yeah, we are now on your left. You may or may not find, but most likely will not find, Greenland. According to the nav map, it should be right there, or, you know, to the left. But again, I'm not seeing it. But already, I must be like 1,000 miles away from New York City. Of course, it's still a heck of a journey just to cross the Atlantic Ocean to get to Great Britain, or United Kingdom. What should I call it anyway? I understand it's like several names. Britain, United Kingdom. I know England is just like a part of the United Kingdom. Yeah. So anything else I can babble about? The space shuttle. So, like I said before, you can actually fly this thing in GeoFlight Simulator. In fact, let me open up the aircraft menu, and it is it's not one of Xavier's aircraft. You have to go to Community Contributions, and down at the bottom, Space Shuttle Atlantis Limited. As I record this, yes, the Space Shuttle is available for flying about in GeoFlight Simulator. Oh man, I messed up my pitch. I think I accidentally hit the pitch down key. Yeah, we're below 90,000 feet. We're getting air drag. Now I got to fix my altitude once again. Let me get back up above 90,000 feet. Yeah. Let me show you what the cockpit looks like. This is what the cockpit looks like, and uh-oh, we got a fire in the cabin, boys! Let me reset the camera. So, yes, come on, pitch down, I'm above 100,000 feet, now I'm going too high. Okay, hang on, I'm gonna shut up a moment so I can concentrate on fixing the spacecraft's pitch. I need to keep the needle on the vertical speed indicator towards 0. Okay, almost there. Almost. Okay. I'm stable again. Yeah, even just dropping 10,000 feet really kills your velocity. Something I don't want to do for obvious reasons, like, of course, I want to orbit the Earth in less than... Whoa! Am I already halfway across the Atlantic? So let me go ahead and begin maybe going this ways a little bit. Whoa, hang on. Okay, maybe if I fix the roll a little bit. Yeah, I can do something like this. Keep this thing on the knife hand or something like that. Yeah. There we go. There we go. If I have the elevators hard enough, I could actually maintain my altitude, but be going like, but the elevators be pitching up just enough where I can actually, I still maintain my altitude, but I can make this hard right turn. Something like that. And I am mad fast approaching the British Isles at this point. And FYI, no, I don't expect I don't expect to follow the path exactly as I want to. I don't expect to follow the path exactly as I plan to. Uh, the path that I laid out is just a general idea for how exactly I want to. Basically, it's a general path that I want to follow. It pretty much has a cone of uncertainty like many a hurricane does. Though maybe I did not actually draw in a cone. I just have like... You saw the map a few minutes ago. It was literally like some sort of just a red line going across the wall. Hey, land ho! I see Ireland! And this, boys, is why space shuttles never should have retired. They could make hypersonic air transport. Like, who needs the Concorde when you got space shuttles like Atlantis flaming their way across the sky at thousands upon thousands of miles an hour? So here I go, flying over Ireland and yelling top of the morning to you laddies. Wait, who am I, Jacksepticeye? No, I'm not. So, actually, maybe to keep the altitude from getting too high, I'm going to roll a little bit to the right. That way I'm also turning to head toward Europe, the mainland Europe. So yes, I am racing over Ireland right now. Oh, I need to actually pitch up a little bit. Okay, play with the controls a little bit. Here we go. So I'm flying over Ireland. I see the Isle of Man. I see the sea where the island of Sodor ought to be. But obviously, that island doesn't exist. Somewhere over here is Scotland, and funny thing is that one of the locations in GeoFlight Simulator is somewhere down there. You can fly along the west coast of Scotland. So anyway, let me go ahead and change my heading. Of course, I want to be very careful because I am doing like some... Okay, I'm losing speed, losing altitude. Okay, I think I should be good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Said I should be good. Way! Come on. Pitch back up. Pitch back up. Okay. Hang on. Almost there. Okay. Alright. We're level again. Dread, I'm losing speed. My engine's still full power. Engine's still full power. I am heading over the English Channel right now, going over into France. Somewhere around there was London, which I, of course, completely passed by. So yes, I am flying over France. Soon I will get to the Mediterranean Sea. And actually, I really, really want to continue my climb. I need to climb back up. And maybe I'm passing over Paris. Where is Paris? Paris. Oh, it's right there on the right. On the right. There we go. Yes. Paris, France. And thus concludes my little session of speaking a rotten French or something like that. Anyway, again, I'm going to continue my climb up. I'm thinking once I get above the Mediterranean Sea, I'm going to ditch the solids. I'm going to ditch those just to, like, you know, getting sort of a representation, an idea of an increase of flying this vehicle around, you know, the progression of flights. The progression of the space shuttle's flight is that it sheds its weight as it goes along. Let's see, I think I'm still underpowered flight because I am still more or less maintaining such incredibly high velocities. Obviously, my spacecraft is burning up as it continues along. This space shuttle is not made to fly this way, okay? Like, I should have blown up a long time ago, alright? I should have blown up. That's GOFS for you. There's no realistic physics going on with this bad boy. So let me resume a bit of a climb. And now I am racing over Italy. I'm racing over the Italian peninsula. Okay, I think I can level off now here at 98,000 feet. Oh, whoa. Squirrely. Okay. Cease the squirrel. Okay. Alright, boys, I'm once again stable. I think... Yeah, here we go. I'm stable. So, yeah. Flying over Italy. Think once I get, maybe in a few seconds I will actually ditch the SRBs. I don't think that should negatively affect my continued race across the world. So let me go ahead and initiate solid rocket motor separation now. Alright, they spin their way out of control, and if my calculations are correct, of which I have made no calculations whatsoever, they should safely crash into the Mediterranean Sea, just off the coast of Italy. So anyway, here I go. I continued my race across the world, and let's see. I am now over the Mediterranean Sea. Actually, I'm going straight enough where I should be able to make my way to Egypt. Once I get over to the Egyptian coast, then I'm going to steer my way eastward, and I will continue along to across the Indian Ocean to Mumbai, India. So I guess I can't really think of anything else to say at this. Actually, you know what? This orbit is giving me a Mission Space vibe. Have you ever been to Mission Space at Epcot? Well, I was there like a few months ago. Epcot, I mean. I was at Walt Disney World. And I went on Mission Space. I decided to try out the green version of the ride. It's if you're aware, it's like the gentler version of Mission Space. But actually, it was the first time for me riding Mission Space Green since they had updated that ride. So like it's been quite a while before, but it's pretty cool, you know, getting to orbit the Earth, and I mean, yeah, that's pretty cool. Uh, Almost getting those sorts of vibes there, doing this sort of orbit because, well, the orbit is supposed to be like a circular path around the planet, and there should be like no twists and curves going on in space. Well, this is basically the kind of orbit, or I should say Mission Space's orbit, is exactly what I'm doing right here on the space shuttle right now. Though I'm not actually in outer space, I am 99,000 feet up. Oh wait, is that Africa? Hey, it's Africa, Africa. How did I lose track of well, I can't really say I lost track of time because, well, I am going way too fast to be losing any time at all just flying over the Mediterranean Sea just to get to Africa. Let's see. I think I should be approaching the Nile Delta. There it is. There it is, the delta to the Nile River, world's longest river. So let me go ahead and get on the knife hand and now attempt to steer myself eastward as hard as I can, probably crunching 50 to 100 G as I do this maneuver, of course. But anyway, where do I want to be going? I think I want to travel in this eastward direction. Okay. Now I can go ahead and fix the pitch of my spacecraft. So anyway, the Red Sea. Okay, the Red Sea. Crossing the Red Sea. There's the Suez Canal right there. Oh, it's actually quite visible pretty well from up here. So, yes. So far, I seem to be on track with my space flight, with my mission. and I really need to regain some altitude here because I am apparently losing speed. Again, I am trying to complete this orbit around Earth in less than 80 minutes. Of course, a question that I've got to raise because I'm now flying over Asia at this point. Yes, that looks like, oh, that's the Sinai Peninsula. Okay, so this will be the Arabian Peninsula. So yes, yes. At this point, I'm pretty convinced that I ought to be on the night side of Earth. And I even set the time in Flight Simulator at the moment of liftoff to the time that it approximately is where I took off. Or not where I took off, but basically the time that was for me when I decided to finally take off and go for this outer space mission, which was about 2:10 p.m. So, yes, I set the time to 2:10 p.m. at liftoff, and the sun should be a lot lower than it is right now. It's following me. The sun's following me. Like, the Earth is now rotating rapidly, of course, because, yes, how else do we explain the fact that, well, I'm still convinced I'm going over 10,000 miles an hour. Yeah, I should have been on the night side of the Earth long ago. Hey, this peninsula is... Am I on the peninsula? Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Yep. Saudi Arabia. Okay. So, let's see. My next stop is India. I think Mumbai, somewhere along the coast here. Aha. Right there. So I want to keep that in mind as I continue my flight. I want to make sure that I continue to fly in the proper heading. As well as the proper altitude as well, as I'm approaching 97,000 feet. Okay. That's everything I need to babble about for right now. Boy, the peninsula is getting especially white over here. Actually, I think I might be approaching the United Arab Emirates. Yes, I'm approaching those teeny tiny little Arabian countries. Bahrain, Qatar, United Arab Emirates. I'm about to go over this sea. What the heck was this thing called again? I can't remember! Alright, fine. So, I can't remember the name of that gulf. But, yes, I'm about to fly over these crazy rich countries. And let me make sure that my pitch is at the correct attitude. So, yeah, I'm flying over, I think that's Qatar right there. Let me check. Yes, that peninsula right there is Qatar. Wow, that's a small country. Or maybe it's just a small world and I'm flying ludicrously fast for, making this, just going around this planet. But wow. You can hardly make out any details from up here because the land is made white by all the sand. This part of the world is just desert. desert, desert, and more deserts. Yes, so... Okay, I'm now over this Persian Gulf, I think? I think this is the Persian Gulf. And over on the left is Iran. Iran so far away. No. I went into space. What a crazy place. I better not be here to stay. That was lame. That was lame, Bunny. So, let's see. Yes. I need a proper political map of the world to get ideas to, like, I think this makes up Iran. Pakistan. Okay, so, yeah, this is still the Iranian coast. Next country down the line is going to be Pakistan. Okay, yeah. Alright, time to regain some altitude. Now, of course, I don't know if this adventure, if this challenge that I'm trying to meet is even possible. Like I know that, like, nobody else has, I'm sure nobody else has tried to do this crazy feat in real life. Like, it's just not possible. Okay, it's not possible. It's not possible to do that sort of crazy stunt in real life, because you need a rocket with infinite fuel, which, practically no vehicle actually has. So you need infinite fuel. You need to be resistant. You need to be super highly resistant to atmospheric heating. Like, this shuttle is really getting roasted right now by the atmosphere as I hit the oxygen molecule. And honestly, that's just not possible in the real world, unless we discover some sort of rare dark magic matter, or whatever you want to call it, that would basically allow you for that sort of stuff. Like, okay, I'm now. Is this the Indian Ocean, or is this part of the Bay of Bengal? I don't know. Wait, do I see India in the distance? I think so? Maybe. But let me not get too excited just yet. Let me just make sure that I'm keeping around old flight level 970. Yeah, I guess these high altitudes are... these high altitudes remind me of the time a few years back when I decided to set an altitude record in GeoFlight Simulator. I found myself obsessed with trying to set altitude records in this game a few years back. Like, actually, in the first year of my YouTube channel, I set an altitude in the Sukhoi Su-35. I flew it up to 60,000 feet, built up as much speed as I could, and then I sort of pitched up very, very hard. And with the engine still under full power, basically providing the boost necessary to fly up to, like, I think I broke 107,000 feet. I think I just barely broke 107. And then a year later, I decided to try the same thing in the Concorde, and I was able to beat that altitude record as well, though hardly. Like, I think by just a few hundred feet did I actually beat that altitude record. So it's kind of not so. Um, Actually, what is not so is the fact that I tried. Is the fact that I did these altitude records, did these shenanigans, thinking that I was like making history in Geo Flight Simulator or something. Nowadays, I mean, it's still spectacular to achieve high altitudes in any aircraft, of course. But the thing is, we have spacecraft now. Spacecraft that are able, in just 41 minutes, able to fly from New York to Mumbai, India, formerly Bombay. I don't know why they changed the name. Who knows? Someone out there probably knows. If you know the reason, feel free to explain. I'm curious, actually. So yes, now I am flying over the Indian Peninsula, and wow, this, I gotta be honest with you, this is actually quite a bit more brown than I was anticipating. Is India really like this with these green patches and then a lot of brown patches? Like, what are the brown patches? Is that like deserts or farmlands or civilized areas? And why am I not pitching up? What's going on? Wow. Suddenly super hard to pitch? No? Okay. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Back on track. I'm getting my altitude built back up. Whoa. It's the N key that brings the pitch down. N for end your flight if you pitch down too hard or too early or stuff like that. So, okay, so actually, in the book Around the World in 80 Days, the path taken actually went through, what was it called? Calcutta, which I'm not seeing. Or, let's see, it's Kolkata these days, isn't it? Why is the, okay, I can't find it. I'm not going to, try to, find it because I might crash. I'm not ready to crash. I want to get around the world in 80 minutes. So, actually, I think it's time to shift right, go on the knife hand, and proceed to turn myself southward. I'm leaving the Indian Peninsula behind now. Okay, there's some green areas right there. So, yes, I need to turn. I need to turn south. I need to try to get myself as yeah, maybe like a southeast direction, because now it's time to sail across more of the Indian Ocean to get to Singapore. I'm gonna whip around Singapore, and then from there I'm going to I'm going to turn northward and head my way toward Tokyo, Japan. Okay, okay. I'm stable once again. I'm stable. I'm stable in a stable. I think I say that in a later video, actually. Actually, as I record this video, I have actually made enough videos to get through this month and going into next month. So, I should be careful referencing stuff that hasn't even been posted yet. But yeah, one of the things I say, well, I think I'm flying the Hughes Osage in that video. I say stable in a stable. Does it make sense? No, it does not. But yeah, I'm stable. Like I said, always remember to bring your water when you go on adventurous flights like this. You never know. You might get thirsty at 98,000 feet. Or you're a bunny like me, and you start to get a feeling that you must have a carrot. Which, frankly, I don't have that feeling right now. Ooh! Orange tank. I know looks like a carrot. Let's see, Singapore is down there. Okay, yes, yes. Okay, I think I can begin to level off. I'm just gonna make sure that I'm all stable again. Alright, we're good, we're good. Actually, whoa, 40 minutes. Over 40 minutes. Which means that I ought to be over halfway. Well, I am definitely more than I'm pretty convinced that I'm halfway around the world at this point. I don't know where the halfway point from New York is, but yeah, given the fact that I am wait, what is that? Oh, it's just some sort of island chain out in the Indian Ocean that I can't even say I was aware existed. Sorry to you folks down there, I guess. I failed to include that on the world map that I drew up. Yes, I'm still here. So I gotta be here or else my spaceship's gonna crash. Actually, I haven't even thought through at all what I'm gonna do once I approach America, once I'm getting ready to come in for landing at New York. All I know is that if I want to keep as short a time as possible, I'll have to cut the engines as late in the flight as possible. I'd have to press the spoiler key to bring out the drogue chute. I'm not going to do that this moment because I don't want to mess up my flight. Okay, I'm seeing the... is that peninsula part of Thailand or Malaysia? I want to say this might be Malaysia. Oh, it could be Thai. wonder, where's Bangkok? Maybe I can spend one night there and, I don't know, because this doesn't seem to... Whoa, 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 whoa. Keep it stable. Keep it stable. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Good. But, oh man, I'm losing speed again. Fine. We'll bring my altitude back up. And so, yes, like I said earlier in this video, unlimited fuel. The shuttle should not be operating its main engines this long. The solid should have died sometime over Canada, and the main engine should have quit somewhere over the Atlantic. But the Geoflight Simulator, one of the beauties, is infinite fuel. Let's see. Oh, we're over 50 minutes into this flight. My golly. Phewy. Where does the time go? And why is the sun still stuck in that same position in the sky? Like, I don't think I'm going to change the weather settings to be relevant to my particular location, just because I want to be careful. I don't know if losing ground visibility would mess up my whole flight. I don't know. Okay, down there is Singapore. I'm actually a little bit north of where my intended flight is supposed to go, but that doesn't really matter too much. What matters is that I see Singapore right there as well as on the map. So it is now time to do probably the sharpest turn yet on my flight. It's time to make my way northward. And I'm losing speed. I'm probably, getting a buttload of drag that is ruining my possible chances of, getting these high speeds. Alright, stable. Stable! Let's see, where am I? Okay. I'm going to try to get myself a little bit more northeast. That should do, that should do, that should do. Now it is time to get this thing going back to stable pitch. Here we go. I'm once again cruising at stable pitch. Okay, we're stable again. Stable and a stable. I'm really gonna be overusing this thing, and you're gonna be so sick of it by the time we get to the video where I actually said it the first time. So yes, I made my turn there. So now I'm heading over. What is this sea called? I don't know. There's definitely more than 7 seas in this frustrated Earth, I'll tell you that much. But anyway, the flight path that I set up suggests that I need to thread the needle flying between the Philippines and Taiwan. Huh? Oh, I almost forgot. Yes, in Around the World in 80 Days, part of the path from Singapore took the adventurers through Hong Kong. But yeah, I'm just trying to follow, in the interest of time, since, I want to try to achieve this in less than 80 minutes. In the interest of time, I am trying to keep to as straight a path as possible. let's see. I want to be careful. Now, I know there's like, I have an extra 4 miles of altitude that I can mess around with before I jump out of Earth's atmosphere. But I still want to be careful because if I jump above the edge of GeoFlight Simulator's atmosphere, I unfortunately run the risk of losing control, at which point I would definitely crash and die, and I don't want to crash and die. But hands down, not only in distance, but also in time, this is probably the longest flight I have ever done in GeoFlight Simulator. Like, literally. I can't think off the top of my head a single flight that I did that is nearing an hour long. Nor is it this fast. I don't know how fast I'm actually flying. I just know that I'm going ludicrous speeds compared to every other aircraft in GeoFlight Simulator. You know what? Fun fact. Last winter, I had decided to challenge myself to fly across the United States in an X-15, thinking I could do a flight across America averaging hypersonic velocities. Okay, so I did that, and as it turns out, even though the X-15 is kind of glitchy, such that I had to keep resetting my orientation like every few minutes, I was still able to achieve a flight from Los Angeles to New York City in less than 30 minutes. Boy, was that an achievement. At least in my book. I have serious doubts as to whether any of you folks are still watching this video at this point, because according to the Xbox Game Bar, I've been at this for 58 minutes now. 58 minutes and 10 seconds. The flight itself is like, I think the flight itself is just now approaching the 58-minute mark. But actually, I had to adjust a setting in the game bar. Because actually, in the game bar, one of the default settings is that it'll only record up to an hour long. I actually adjusted the setting to ask it to record for 2 hours straight. Because, of course, this spacecraft is this flight is definitely going to be over an hour long. And I am seeing land ho. I am about to fly over Taiwan, the Republic of China. I should say the real Republic of China. Not that people's imposter over on the mainland. But let me not get political here. So yeah. I could actually make out these mountains in the distance, which was pretty cool. Given that I am 20 miles up, those mountains probably only reach like 2-3 miles tops. It's kind of cool that I can make out those mountain ranges. Like, well, I know for certain that they can be no taller than the Himalayas, because Mount Everest claimed the record for tallest mountain. Hey, I see an airport down there. It was telling me of the, I could see the Pappy lights. That's funny. Yeah. Taiwan is, or Taipei, I think. Oh, no, Taipei. How do you pronounce that name? But anyway, it's coming up there on the north end of the island. But that's not actually where I want to land. In fact, there's a possibility that I may need to adjust my path to so that I am going to fly over Japan. Oh, hey! My recording is now over an hour long. This is actually the first recording ever that I have made. That it's the longest single file ever to go over an hour long. And yeah, that's gonna be big on my computer's hard drive. But okay, let's see. What's my orientation? Okay. Whoa! Not the N key, not the N key. I want to, I've got to pitch back up. I've got to get myself back up to 100,000 feet. So, anyway, I have less than 20 minutes now to, cross the Pacific. And then my transcontinental flight over America. That ain't happening. How do I pitch up again? The home key. Okay. And the N key is to pitch down. Okay. But I want to increase my altitude again because, once again, I'm losing speed. I don't want to lose speed. Let's see, I'm about to race over Japan. That will be cool. I don't really do much flying over the Eurasian continent, or Africa for that matter. I don't really do a lot of that. You know, and I don't think I do enough of that. Like, why do I keep myself reserved to just North America? Actually, the funny thing is that I'm not going to be even flying over South America, Australia, or Antarctica. You know, maybe I might do another circumnavigate the globe flight, where instead of going going east. I'm still a smart bunny. Let's see. Okay, I'm in southern Japan right now. Instead of going east, what if I did a polar orbit? You know, like going north-south. Like, maybe I take off from New York again, and this time I fly over, I go in a northward direction instead, and which would probably be an easier flight to accomplish, because then I'm just worrying about maintaining a straight line and going north to south. And, you know, just making sure that my pitch and roll are both kept stable as I fly. But yeah, maybe I'll do a flight like that in the future. Anyway, this line right here, you see that white line? That is 180 degrees east and west. Approximately where the international date line is. And I am starting to believe that circumnavigating the globe in 80 minutes or less is not going to be doable. I am still convinced that I am going too slow to possibly achieve the goal. Nevertheless, as long as I am committing myself to this flight and, doing it, as long as I'm doing this, I'm still going to proceed with, I started this flight. I'm going to finish it. There's just no question to it. I'm gonna finish this flight, or I'm gonna crash, burn, and die trying. By golly. Do I make myself clear, people? Maybe not, because I doubt there's even one of you watching at this point. It's been 1 minute and 5 seconds. Oh yeah, it's coming about time for me to jump the Pacific. Maybe I can, I don't know. Maybe I can make something happen in 15 minutes. Once I get stable here, I think I'm going to drop the external tank. And I will conclude the flight coming in with just the orbiter. Like I said, there is infinite fuel in this flight simulator. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and, okay, once I am sure I am stable, let's get back to altitude here. And let us drop the external fuel tank now. We are free. We are free of the external tank. It will disappear. It will crash into the Pacific Ocean. And now we are no longer, we are now just this big glider. It's just a big rocket-powered airplane is basically what the space shuttle is. Admit it. But, yeah, sadly this thing doesn't have any jet engines. It'd be cool. Actually, you know what? It's kind of hard to take off in this thing. You really have to blast off like a rocket, like it was supposed to blast off. I found in the flight simulator that, unfortunately, you can't take off like an airplane. Sad as it is, that's just what it is. It is what it is. So, yeah. I have, I've lost like 80% of my weight at this point. Golly knows what's powering these main engines, because with the external fuel tank gone, I should not have any other external sources of fuel. I see the OMS rockets operating, and they can continue to operate. But the thing is, even they have limited fuel. At least in real life. The shuttle is pretty cool. I mean, sure, as far as reusability is concerned, it was one of the worst. I'm gonna be honest, I think it was probably one of the worst reusable spacecraft ever built. Yet at the same time, this was actually one of the best spacecraft overall ever built. Because, I mean, it's such an engineering marvel, is it not? Like, this is literally the biggest single object that man has ever been able to just chuck into orbit. Like, this thing is about the size of a McDonnell Douglas DC-9. And yeah, to get a spacecraft this huge into orbit, this babe is a testimony to it's an achievement, okay? This is what man can build. Am I clear on that? Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah. Just flying over the Pacific Ocean, nothing to do. Maybe I could tune into a radio station. Maybe not, because I'm flying over the Pacific Ocean. I'm going super fast. The re-entry heating effect suggests that, well, I should be out of radio range. Actually, one of the cameras, extra views, payload bay. I see nothing. Crew quarters, nothing. I better reset the camera because I'm not going, okay. I thought I could see, like, that big flame. Maybe if I... Yep, we still have that big old fire in the cabin, boys! Yeah! Okay. Okay, got the camera back. And I have only 10 minutes to make it to New York. It's not happening. It's not happening. How could this happen to me? I'm not gonna be able to do this in 80 minutes. What was I thinking? I'll tell you what I was thinking. I kind of suspected even from the start that this was going to be a difficult thing. Like I said, I have to average at least 16,000 miles per hour to accomplish this. Sadly, I don't think I'm reaching those high speeds. Or if I am, I keep dropping my velocity too many times, where the total average works out to less than 16,500. Did I say 16,000 earlier? I meant 16,500. I suppose that's minimum average speed. Recommended would be like 17,000, you know, the spacecraft's actual potential top speed. Let's see. I should probably make sure to like get my spacecraft to angle its way more toward the south or something like that, because, well, international dateline approaching fast, and I am very far north. In fact, on the left, there it is. I can see the Aleutian Islands from here. Or is that the part of the archipelago that is, yeah, those are the Aleutian Islands. So, yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool that I am that far north. But it's also a warning that I am a tad far north for where I really ought to be flying. Oh yeah, there's those islands right there. Like, let's keep on... I really hope nothing strange happens. I hope there's no weird glitch that happens or something as I race over the dateline, because watch the nav man. You see it flash like that? Yeah. It just flashes like that. And yeah, I have not really tried this out before in GeoFlight Simulator. This is the first time that I'm going to be racing overhead, that I'm going to be racing over the international dateline. So, hopefully no weird bug happens. Please pray for no bug, no bug, no bug, no bug. I did it! Like, I think that's the... Yes! Yes! 180 degrees west, 180 degrees east. I have crossed the Pacific side of the Prime Meridian. At least I'm assuming that it's still considered the Prime Meridian on that side of the world. Yes, yes. And I can continue my flight over to... You know, it probably makes sense that Xavier would make sure that there's no glitch that happens, because there might be some players who want to try to fly their aircraft on trans-Pacific flights. So I suppose it would make sense. I am super far north, and it is now time to make sure that I'm heading south so that I can get over to this point in the United States, North America. Oh, excuse me. That is where Los Angeles, California is. That is where I need to go. So, I got 5 minutes. 5 minutes to get to New York. Let me tell you something, boys. That ain't happening. Which means, yeah, nothing really matters. Any way the wind goes. All that sad stuff. So actually, let me make sure that, oh, I'm 95,000 feet up. I want to get back up to like 100,000 feet. I might not be able to beat the 80-minute time frame at this point, sadly. However, I still believe that I can still get a pretty good time. I may not be able to get it in even 90 minutes. And I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, I got 210,000 feet. That was a little too high up for my comfort. Alright. I'm just going to take a moment to make sure that I'm going all stable. Okay. Okay, I'm good again. And hey, maybe being this extra 10,000 feet high, maybe I can gain that little extra bout of speed that might be required to, yeah, I'm not going to make it in 2 minutes. But, maybe I can, maybe I could, I don't know, like, maybe I can make it in 90 minutes? Yeah, I think I might be able to beat the 90-minute time frame. Either way, I'm for sure not going to make the 80-minute deadline. There's still too much ocean to cover. But, I humbly accept defeat on that objective. Like I said before, I will at least make sure that I complete my flight. Because seriously, I doubt anybody else on GeoFlight Simulator has had the audacity to try such heroic flights, crossing the world, going over the 7 seas, mateys. Let's see, I think I'm heading for San Francisco anyway. Where is that? Oh, that's back there. So I think I'm actually going to be hitting Oregon. That's fine. That's fine. The end goal is I want to at least make it to New York City, back to New York. And I want to land at the same runway that I took off from. And the recording's telling me that I have hit the 80-minute mark. I'm still over the Pacific Ocean. It's not happening. I am not going to. Well, I made it almost all the way back to the US in 80 minutes. So that right there is pretty impressive. But yeah, I hereby humbly accept defeat of not reaching my goal in 80 minutes. I humbly accept defeat. Again, maybe I can land at New York and be back at that runway intersection within the next 10 minutes. Maybe I can achieve that. Let's see. Do I see Lan Ho? Is that Lan Ho? I think I'm looking out at Oregon? Oregon? However the heck you pronounce that name? No. I'm still seeing open ocean, doing my fast sprint across the North Pacific. Huh. I see nothing but blue. I see skies of blue, clouds of white. This bright, blessed day, and at no point at all did I go onto the dark side of Earth to see the night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Am I literally just like following this cloud pattern or something? This thing has literally been following me this entire time that I've been flying over the Earth. Like I spent this whole time flying, nearly this whole time flying 100,000 feet up. And for all this time, there's like that narrow band of cloud that's been following me, but also this wider band of cloud. Yeah, this thing's just been following me this entire time. Like, I wonder if I had enabled the setting if I had enabled the setting to show. Let me think a moment. If I had enabled the setting to have weather generate based on current location. Lan Ho! I think I am, this looks like Oregon. Yes. Southern Oregon, Northern California. But I am once again, after 83 minutes, about to zip my way back over America. So, greetings, America! It's me, Spaceborn, your hero! So we got this green bit, looks like farmland over there, though it's quite brown. Looks like I'm going to be flying over the desert. Yep, I'm definitely flying over Oregon at this point. Let me I want to create a flight path. Basically to allow me to realign myself come time to actually come in for a landing. So I might actually want to steer my way, yeah, okay. So I want to steer north. I'm gonna want to fly over the Great Lakes area as I make my mad fast approach to JFK Airport. Now, I landed, let me show you on the nav map. I took off at the intersection of this runway and that runway. So for my flight to be complete, I need to get to this area. Once I get to this intersection, that is going to wrap up today's video. And actually, if you have been here with me the whole time, let me just tell you, I appreciate you, taking the time to actually listen to me babbling, watching me fly this tin can over the world, making nearly this complete orbit of the Earth. Let's see, and I've completely missed flying over the Rocky Mountains. Well, not completely, but mostly. Oh no. No, 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 no! I gotta get back down! I gotta get back down! How can I do this? How can I do this? I got over 120,000 feet! Whoa! I think it's 120,000 feet where the atmosphere ends. Whoa! Oh. Am I okay? Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay. Now looks like I have 3 minutes to get to the JFK airport. I don't think I'm going to... I got my engine set to full power, but all this time I am losing speed dramatically. So I'm going to want to regain my altitude. And let's make sure I don't exceed those mad altitudes again. I like going to space. The thing is... I don't want to, if I mess up, I'm dead meat. If I mess up, I'll crash, and that will be the end of that flight. And I will be a very, very, very sad little bunny. Anyway, I'm over North Dakota now? Well, how have I lost track of where I am? How have I lost track? I don't know. But yeah, I guess I'm over the Great Plains at this point. And you know what? I'm not gonna make it to New York by the 90-minute mark. But once again, I'm gonna keep flying. I'm gonna bring this thing home. Okay? I'm gonna bring this thing home, and there's nothing else to it. I've done a pretty much an otherwise stable flight all over the world. And what else can I say? I don't really know if there's much else I can say at this point, except that now I am I am now on the proper alignment needed, or toward the proper alignment needed to start making my approach to JFK Airport. I'm over Minnesota now, and I want to try to... So I see I'm looking at the Great Lakes from an angle I haven't before. Yeah, I want to try to, I'll keep the engines full power, because it's kind of cool to, and I will, work on descending. Uh, Let me, descend down to 50,000 feet. I'll descend and, I'll make my preparations for landing this bird. Steady as she goes. Steady as she goes. All this atmospheric drag is, this atmospheric drag, I mean, like I said, I still have the engines at full power, but I'm still going so fast that the atmosphere is just trying to slow my spacecraft down. Like, I don't know how fast I am going. Where am I right now? Northern Michigan, Upper Michigan. And, oh, we got a lot of clouds right here now. Oh yeah, I think I will keep at 50,000 feet as we, maybe I had, descended too quickly. Well, I'm still gonna keep this thing going until I've got to finish this flight. I just gotta. Whew. Yeah. Not much else to say. Except that, like I said, maybe I descended a little too early. You know what? Fine. I descended too early. I'm gonna bring my altitude back up. Alright, 90,000 feet. Let's go for leveling off. 100,000 feet. I gotta level off. Oh no! That's a stall. That's a stall warning. Right there, okay. Okay. Alright. The engines will let me regain control of the spacecraft. There we go! Whoa! Come on, pull up. Okay, back to 90,000 feet. Okay. Back at 90,000 feet. 92,000. Okay. I will make sure that the spacecraft level's off. So yes, I just descended too early, that's all. I thought it was fine, but then it dawned on me, no, I'm not fine. Now I'm going too slow. But not going too slow anymore. Now I just need to race my way across Lake Huron. I'm getting close. Like, oh, yeah, that's Michigan. I flew right past Michigan, just like that. Okay. Uh, Let me try to keep this thing as level as possible as we continue to race our way. I think I'm dipping into Canada for a little bit. Yeah, Ontario. Actually, kind of looks like a big grid from up here. Interesting. I'm guessing that's just the farmlands of Ontario. But yeah, interesting. Ah yes, I am finally coming toward the end of my journey around the world. Flying golly knows how fast. I'm gonna take a look on the when I go to edit this video to get an idea as to how fast I actually went. But yeah, I probably didn't average that 16,500 necessary, unfortunately. However, I have made one heck of an achievement in flying this aircraft super fast all over the world. And yeah, I think I'm gonna start speaking my conclusion. So be sure to come back next week, Wednesday, as I will be continuing to talk about the other aircraft that you can fly in GeoFlight Simulator. I believe next week, Wednesday, I talk about the Piper Cub, which is a much slower aircraft. Yeah, it goes, I think it flies like at least 200 times slower than the space shuttle does. Or at least, it flies at least like 100 times slower than I've been flying this whole time. So actually, now I think is the time to begin my descent. So, there we go. But anyway, I think I'm going to finally shut up at this point. And when I get to JFK Airport, like I said, the intersection of this runway right here, that's where I need to touch down. So yes, other than that, once I do that, that will conclude today's video. So I'm Spacebun. For those of you who have sat around for this full 100 minutes, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you all next week, Wednesday at 8. Sierra Bravo 717 checking out. Now, where is it? There are too many clouds. I can't see the airport. And finally, I have gone below 10,000 feet. I think she's over there. Airport ho! Airport ho! Yes. And I choose to, and actually, fun fact, I have chosen to take off and land at JFK because this airport, I know for a fact, has like a 14,000 foot long runway. Originally tailored to the Concorde, which used to take off and land at this airport, but it also makes it very suitable for shuttle landings, I think. So anyway, yeah, this is the first time in 100 minutes that I have, oh yeah, if you press the B key, there you go. The parachutes deploys. So yeah, I need to get to that intersection over there, and thus will conclude my flight. So yeah, there we go, touchdown, and parachute. Parachute, there we go. Wrapping up a 22,000 mile journey. Unbelievable. Oh, and I think I'm also going to try to stop at the intersection. So I'll keep the parachute open. I'll let the parachute do the stopping. But then, yeah, that does it. That does it. So, yeah, see you guys.